Hello and welcome to Leave It Love, Leave It Love the channel. The channel is a spiritual channel, but I have been talking about matrimonial law. I've been talking about the matrimonial laws because the laws are outdated. It's outdated laws, and I go into my court case, Paulina Garcia versus the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. I'm suing the entire state of New York, the unified court system, the entire court system. I am suing the entire court system for New York State. And I started getting into the matrimonial law because I was married to. I was married to, and then the marriage, it was just a worst experience. And even having to go to court and deal with the nonsense in court because you're married and you have things, the other person is entitled to your things because you married them. I'm like, that doesn't mean that they ever loved you. It's because you have shit. Because you have things. That's why the divorce is taking so long. It's because they're fighting you for your own shit. When I was married, the ex stole the wedding rings, gave them to somebody else, and then I have to go to court and fight for the wedding rings. That's when the wedding rings were returned in court because I had to fight for them. And I'm like, wow, the cars, keep the cars, it's in my name. He don't pay nothing. He doesn't pay the bills. So they're repossessed. What does that do? That messes up my credit. So then it's like all this stuff happened because I married him, right? And then I gotta wait for the courts to decide when I can have my last name back. Like I couldn't even use my last name. I had to be in this married name, and I fucking hated it. I hated it. And I couldn't change my name until the divorce was finalized. I filed my divorce in 2009. It wasn't finalized until 2013. And I'm like, oh my God. And it was just to have my name, I didn't want nothing from him. Like, take everything, go, just go. I just want my fucking name. Just give me my name back. He want my pension. He want this. He want that. He want the kids. Like, he was just doing the most to make my life miserable. And then having to split the holidays and everything, that didn't even happen. And then when you want to enforce the order, the courts don't even enforce the order. They just let the bullshit happen. Like, they don't give a fuck. I'm like, yo, these laws are ridiculous. And then they just make you go through all this hardship, all these bad times, and it's just like, oh my God. I hate this. I hate this shit. I was always in court. I was always in family court. I was always going through something because of the court system failed to take care of the problem, solve the problem, handle the case, deal with it, do something. And it's like, I don't know why divorces take so long. And I'm Googling. I'm like, why the fuck cases take so long? So I asked Google, and they were like, matrimonial laws do not give one spouse. I'm like, why do they give one spouse everything? They're like, no, matrimonial laws do not give one spouse everything, but rather are designed to ensure a fair decision of marital property. But why should you decide on the property if it's one person's property? Like, I don't see why I have to split my shit. Why I gotta share my shit with, because you married them, that's why. Which includes assets acquired during the marriage. Historically, these laws protected women who were often homemakers, but like, we're in the 21st centuries. We're not homemakers. We are entrepreneurs. We are business owners. We are successful. We are thriving. We are everything. We are not homeowners. We don't sit at home. Fuck. And financially dependent. Like, we depend on the men. No, we don't depend on the man. Because sometimes the man is the one washing the dishes and the clothes and cleaning the house because the woman makes the money. So then why should we, the roles are reversed. The men accepted this law. They were fine with having to pay and provide and do all this shit for their spouse. But now roles are reversed. Roles are reversed now. And it's not fair. It's not fair. This law should have never even been passed. This is like, who the fuck? So it's like you marry and then you gotta split your property, you split your bank account, you split everything, and then the other person didn't even put into it, but you gotta give them half of everything. Like, why? Because you married them? So and then they didn't even marry you because they loved you. They married you because of the things that you have. That's what this law made it. That's why the divorce rate is so high, because you can get all of their things, and it's a law. It's in the fucking law. Like ensuring they weren't left destitute after a divorce. It's like, you're supposed to build yourself up. You're supposed to do something for yourself. You're supposed to establish yourself and not depend on another person. But this law made it where you had to depend on another person. Like, that's crazy. Crazy. Like, you have to depend on your spouse. Like, they're supposed to do everything and you don't have to do anything because they're obligated to take care of you because you married them. And that's what? Stability to prevent financial hardship and to recognize the unpaid labor of a stay-at-home parent. But we don't stay at home. We are not homemakers. Property acquired before the marriage or received as a gift or inheritance during the marriage is generally considered separate and not subject to division unless it's been commingled or the value has increased due to matrimonial contributions. That means like you help them. You help them some kind of way. Then you would be entitled to some of their shit. But it's like, this is crazy. It's just saying like you could get all it's a law. It's a fucking law. I'm like, oh my God, like who made this fucking law? This is crazy. And then it's like, we women now, in the 21st century, we are independent. We have to sustain ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. Not everyone has a spouse. And then if you have a spouse, the spouse isn't the one making the money. It's usually the woman making the money. So and then, this law makes it where they could take everything from you. Preventing financial hardship. The goal is to ensure that neither spouse is financially devastated after a divorce, but you're still devastated. And then I lost everything. And then it just left me in a messed up place because they gave everything to this fucking man. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then my pensions, he wanted my pension, 50% of my I'm the one working. I'm the one waking up every day, going to work, staying till 5, doing everything. And then you're entitled to my pension and you didn't do shit? Like, how is that okay? How is this allowed? Like, it's crazy. You get married in one day and then the divorce takes 4 years to be finalized. Then they're fighting. You're fighting because you want to take all their shit that you didn't help, you didn't build, you didn't buy. And it's just like, and then it's allowed. The law is fucking crazy. Look up the fucking law, matrimonial law. Factors of division. Courts consider various factors such as the length of marriage. That's how long you have been married for. The length of marriage, right? So Toni Braxton married Birdman and then she got $2 million. Like, you just married him and divorced, like you just married him for the money so that you would be entitled to his assets. And you got $2 million off of marrying him for a couple of months. And I'm just like, wow. They factor in how long you've been together, such as the length of marriage, the financial contributions of each spouse, and the financial needs of both parties. So you're going to look into what they need, and they spending all the money, and then you're going to want me to take care of their needs, like, and it's their expenses. Like, they're not helping me. I'm providing for them, and then I have to keep providing. Like, they were lucky to be provided for because we were married, but because we leave each other, you should not have to still keep taking care of them, paying spousal support for them, and they're not and then you have no children and you gotta pay this bitch spousal support. Like, what? I'm like, oh my God. exceptions and like this law is fucking it's disgusting. Like when you read the laws and the stipulations of the marriage, like what, like why? And it's a law. It's You're supposed to do it because you married them, you know. Exceptions and agreements. Prenuptials and the postnuptial agreements can override the general principles by allowing couples to specify how their assets will be divided, commingling separate property, putting inheritance money into a joint account can make it subject to division. So it's like, because these laws are so outdated, so now we came up with a thing, prenup. Oh, I need a prenup. Like we got to do a prenup because you're not taking my shit. Like, so that's why people came up with the prenuptial agreement, because it's like these laws are outdated. They are outdated. Women in this world, we are not homemakers. We don't stay at home. Most of the women are single mothers. We have to provide. We have to get up in the morning. We have to go to work. We have to find a way to take care of the kids, get a babysitter, do all this stuff because you don't have the spouse's help. You don't have their help. And then to think that they can marry you and then they can take half your shit, half or all, or you have to still take care of them even when you leave them. Like you leave them. You don't want to have to still you don't want to have to be obligated to take care of someone that you are not with and you don't have children with and you don't have nothing with them. But because you married them, now you got to do all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, like this is crazy. These laws are crazy because I was like, oh, I don't know why it was made for us, for spouses, because it's for men, because women were left destitute. They were left with nothing because the men would leave and leave them with nothing. Like, I'm not taking care of you, It should still be that way because when we grow up, you are supposed to sustain yourself. You're supposed to go to school. You're supposed to do something with yourself, with your life. You're supposed to establish yourself. You're not supposed to get married and just look for somebody to take care of you. That's not what marriage is about. Because then you're marrying them for convenience, because they can help you, they can take care of you, but you're not marrying them because you love them. You're marrying them for convenience. And it's like these laws, they don't help. They don't help. And then you wonder why the divorce rate is so high. Like, look at what the law says, what is allowed. The only way you can save yourself from these ass laws is having a prenup. That's the only way that it can override the fucking law, when you have a prenup or a pre-prenup. Like you do that before you even get married. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just talking out loud, talking. I'm trying to do this thing. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. I'm gonna do my return to senders, return this energy back, but it's just the matrimonial law is a law that needs to change. If you actually look at the law, read the law, and it's just like, oh my, you know what? I should actually like cut and paste it so you could read this shit. Because it's like equitable distribution. In many states, courts divide marital property equitably rather than strictly equally. Equity, like equitably. That's how much money you put in. That's why they want like 60 and 90% of what the fuck you have. And I'm like, what? Like, why should I have to give you my shit? Because I married and then you don't help me. You don't do anything. I had a horrible fucking married life with your stupid ass that I got to give you all my shit too. I'm like, oh my God. That's why people stay married. They stay married because they don't want to give up their shit. These laws are outrageous. They're crazy. Rather than strictly through some states use a 50-50 split based on the principle of community property. Like, this is ass laws. Like the person, whoever you marry to, should not get your shit. That's why people marry people for, and they don't even love them. They don't love them. They marry them for the money. They marry them for what they have. What can they get out of them? Oh, if I marry this one, I could get them for, I could take everything from them. I could take their house. I could take the car. I could take everything from them, and they can't do nothing about it because it's the law. I'm like, yo, like this, and the law makes it okay. Like, this is fucking crazy. Preventing factors and division. Yeah, I'm gonna just cut and paste it in the description box because I'm reading it and I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Leave with love, leave with love. And I'm just looking into the matrimonial laws because it's crazy. And I talk about the weather. When the weather changes, it's because it is work. It's work being done. So now it's all cloudy. It was a nice and sunny and beautiful, and now it's all cloudy and dreary. No, it's raining. It's no sun. I'm like, they're doing stuff, or maybe they're deliberating, or deliberating. That means that they're coming together and coming into a decision, maybe. But these people are idiots. These politicians are fucking idiots. And it's like they just allow this shit. And then we have to go through it because we have... Oh, God. Fucking idiots. These politicians are idiots. Morons. Like fucking dumbass. Like, how is this acceptable? How is this allowed? Like, why is this okay? We have changed. We have evolved. We're different. We're a different kind of people now. Like, we are not the same. Back in the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, 50s, like, we are not the same. We are not the same. And the laws should change. All this stuff, it should be thrown out. Matrimony, you marry a person, you can divorce them the same day too. Why should it take all this time and money? People go to divorce and spend thousands of dollars just to get divorced. Waste time, just to have your name back. You just want your name back, and then you gotta wait because they want to deliberate, they want to decide, and they want to choose for you, and they want to take all your shit. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, why is this allowed? This is crazy. But it's the law. And the president of the United States is the only one that can sign an executive order that's going to enforce an order that can change the law. It can change the law because the president decided to change the law and said, this is not right. This is not right, and we need to change the law because we are not back in the 1920s and 1930s. Like, women are different now, and we can't keep doing this. This should not be allowed anymore. They should expedite Cardi's divorce, like expedite it, and don't give that man nothing. He don't get nothing. It's like, oh my God. Let me stop talking. Leave it love. Leave it love. Stay positive. You don't hate them. Don't hate them. Like, wish they get eaten by a crocodile or something, but you don't hate them. Be like, you know what? They got ate by a crocodile, and it's okay. Like, they gone forever, and the crocodile ate them, and it's just like, we get to move forward and have a good life, and everything is good. Everything is good. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to make light of it because this shit is crazy. It's crazy. Leave with love. Bye.